All right, welcome back to Thru Crew. We took a siesta, we took a holiday, we took a long nap, and we are back, and we don't know what we're doing. We've totally forgot about the format, but we're here, we're together. We've got a fancy background. I don't know if anybody can see it or not. Actually don't even know how to do it, but there's a Thru Crew background.
Yeah, I love you're like, because there's 4 squares, you basically can't see any.
Right.
It's in there.
I don't
make it
move out of the way.
I don't want to do that. Oh no, yeah.
Don't break it, Greg. Don't break it.
We can even expand it even further. There's that view, which you can kind of see it, and then there's
riveting content.
Riveting. Yeah. So I'm in the Nook. I'm not even at my office. I'm work from home, and so I'm in the middle of this. So today's episode, we didn't really have many rules except just go and get whatever you wanted for breakfast, and we'll come together and we'll share why we did it.
Yeah, this is instead of like show and tell, this is like show and taste.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I will be honest with you. I originally had planned to go to Hardee's this morning.
As did I.
Great. The reason I had to divert is because I was running out of time. And Chick-fil-A was closer.
Oh my gosh, we both diverted to Chick-fil-A.
and I did the drive up, mobile order or whatever, just to be quick, and I did it. I typically will pick a fast food establishment though if it's on my right, so that I can just wheel in there, and then if I'm continuing to go, you know what I mean? So it's fast and easy. Because our Hardee's is pretty hard to turn left out of.
Yeah,
where we live. But
I will say, I think though the fact that we all made diversions is kind of the point of like fast food breakfast, right? Like it's what's convenient. And so if you're having to plan it out too much, it maybe defeats the purpose of the entire establishment. So I this morning, my parents are in town, but I woke up and I was the only one awake with the children. So there were 4 possible adult combos, and I was the only one that was up there. And so I was playing with the kids, and then started getting texts from you jokers. And I said 30 minutes from now, right? And then I had to find a fast food place that could get me the food delivered in 30 minutes, which was Chick-fil-A. It was going to be 55, solid 55 from Hardee's.
Wow.
So, when you Uber eat Chick-fil-A, they have this like fee in there that says you ordered really cheap food, and so we're going to charge you $7.
Yeah, same thing from Hardee's. They essentially charge you another meal on Uber Eats if it's too cheap.
Yeah, it's called like small plate fee or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, you all have the pass, right? Like the Uber Eats pass.
No, why would we save money?
I do DoorDash.
Okay, same thing. It's $10 a month, but if you use it twice a month, it pays for itself.
I love Casey's logic. My family doesn't think that way. We're like, we don't know if we're going to use it twice.
Oh,
we used it 18 times, but
it gets used.
I just don't want the potential of throwing away that money.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've been
Instead, I would rather pay an extra $8 for my $2.50 biscuit.
Meantime, we got Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, Netflix.
Hey, Hulu's free if you have Spotify, or at least it was when I got it.
You taught me that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, so Casey, what about you? You said you had a little diversion plan as well.
I was not even kidding. Basically, I got to the light and I said, whichever direction is green is the direction I'm going. One of the directions was Bojangles. The other direction was Dairy Queen.
Oh,
I just wanted to do something new. So
I like Bojangles.
Yeah, I was hoping that light was green, but it was not.
I love that you're doing Dairy Queen breakfast.
So I got Dairy Queen.
In my hometown, Dairy Queen is king.
We know because it's not the real menu.
Right.
So this is
come in Tupperware. What is that?
It's probably whatever they had left over. But this is the sausage biscuit bowl. So it's got mini biscuits on it, sausage, egg, and cheese, and then a side of gravy to pour on top. So I mean, we're gonna give it a go.
Hey, that's a unique offering, though.
Yeah.
The fact that exists is
Something-
remarkable.
You know what I was going to get at Hardee's? I was going to get that daggone breakfast platter. Have y'all had that thing?
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a biscuit with gravy, a couple of scrambled eggs, a meat of choice, which is either the sausage or bacon or ham or I don't know, whatever you want, pork tenderloin, and then hash browns, and then a drink, and it's like $3.99.
Are y'all in that pursuing pork tenderloin Facebook group?
I am now,
Hey,
and I'm really mad because I live like 20 minutes from the last post when I was in Indiana. The Edinburgh one where the thing was like this big.
Yeah, it's
and
like,
the bun
first of
was
all,
like this big.
it's like half the food's inedible because it's touching that nasty table.
every year I find like my favorite Facebook group, and that was the one I was telling you about because there's like 50,000 people in a pork chop sandwich group, and it's incredible. They're doing God's work to Dustin's friend. So,
all right, Dustin, tell us about your offering as well.
I was really hoping Casey made that turn into Bojangles because that's what I got.
Nice. Yeah, if we were both double Chick-fil-A, double Bojangles, that would have been great.
That would have been just the Lord's doing, but it's fine. He took the day off. So I wanted to get I've gotten their steak biscuit before, but Will always tells me to add the gravy to it, and I've never done it. And so I tried to explain to this lady today that I wanted a steak biscuit with gravy on it. She couldn't get it. She was like, "Do you want a gravy biscuit or do you want a steak biscuit?" I'm like, "No, I want a steak biscuit with the gravy on it." I was at the intercom for like 5 minutes. What I ended up with was a steak biscuit and a cup of gravy. So I just poured it on there myself.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Or just dip it. Use that biscuit like a daggum spoon.
Well, I got extra, and the reason I went here today is because I wanted to have a little mini conversation on the side. I was really hoping one of y'all went bow. But I got their bow rounds, but then I also got their fries because I think there's a debate of when you go to Bojangles, which one do you do with breakfast?
the rounds.
Yeah, you do the rounds.
Yeah, really. I always go fries. Their fries are the rounds are great.
I love fries, but not a breakfast item.
Right.
So I got.
Well, I didn't tell y'all what I got because I got something different from Chick-fil-A today. I got the chicken, egg, and cheese
bagel.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Okay.
I actually frequently order this because it is a surprisingly good item.
Hang on, I think Dustin just came to the Lord again.
Oh my god! Will.
Good stuff, huh?
Look at that slab of gravy just oozing.
So
good.
Will, do you get spicy chicken on the bagel or no?
They don't give you that option on the app. You could probably do it in store, but honestly, the flavor of the regular fried chicken it's like a oat bagel. It's real soft. They toast it, but it's real soft, and the cheese chicken combo on this is really good. And sometimes I'm not going to say that. I like bagels a lot. I was going to say sometimes you don't want a biscuit. That's never true, actually.
No.
But sometimes you want something different for breakfast than what you always order. And this is actually a really good option. I think it's really tasty. So
it's a sensible option.
Oh no, it's sensible.
It's going to be lighter on your hips.
It's fried chicken, egg, and cheese, and a slab of bread. It's actually technically more bread.
Yeah, it's not a Yankee bagel. It doesn't have like avocado and salmon and all that.
No, it's just another vessel for the chicken.
It's a Southern bagel.
Yeah,
like it. I'm digging it.
Is that your only menu item for the day, Will?
I got a couple biscuits and some chicken minis out there.
He hesitated hard. Right. He's like, I don't know which way to go on this.
Well, right, because I get minis, of course.
How much editing do I want Grease to have to do?
And then I got a spicy chicken biscuit and drizzle the honey on there because then we go ahead and tell you something. If you want fire in your mouth, you do that.
Well, and I ordered for like the whole family and my daughter. And I ordered like a couple extra things because I didn't know what anyone wanted because everyone was still asleep. So I have extra items. I just don't know which are mine.
Now wait a minute. Did you just say spicy chicken biscuit with honey?
Oh
Yeah.
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 Get a honey packet.
So I normally just get extra hot sauce and pour it on there, but okay.
So I do Polynesian. You get the
What?
spicy chicken biscuit and put Polynesian on it.
I do that with the sandwich. I think that's great on the sandwich, but put a packet of honey on the biscuit.
I'm down either way. I trust you, Will, because this is changing my life right now.
Well,
Oh no, that's Grease's tip. Grease is
for
actually
everybody
one.
watching this,
Oh,
I've been doing
yeah.
intermittent fasting for the last 4 months until today, and it's wrecked that. But I'm all right with it. I'm totally okay with it. And guess what? I'm going to get wrecked again tomorrow before I get on a plane because I'm going to Chick-fil-A and putting honey on a spicy chicken biscuit.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's your
They won't be open tomorrow.
how's your Dairy Queen bowl?
Are they really not open tomorrow? You know what? It's not bad.
It's New Year's Day.
The problem is I didn't know it had onions in it. Normally I would be okay with onions, but fast food onions are not normal onion. It's like a different thing. So
Correct.
I think they boil them in a bag first or something. I don't know. So it's okay.
Where do y'all think these bow rounds rank in the hash brown breakfast world? Which we need to do a hash brown episode.
They're pretty good.
They're pretty high.
I agree.
They beat Hardee's for sure.
Can I tell you what my
100%.
favorite is though?
I love it.
And this may be blasphemy.
As long as it's not McDonald's. Don't say McDonald's.
Okay, I'm gonna pause right here and let's talk about something else.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
Dude, at
He's not wrong.
McDonald's, one of my favorite things to do at McDonald's is get the sausage McMuffin, but then with the hash brown that
Put 'em
comes
on it.
like this, you put it on it.
Yep.
See, I don't like having the whole box full. I only normally eat like a couple of them. Not a couple, but I don't want to eat the whole thing because I don't want, like at Chick-fil-A, they give you so many and then you lose the flavor of your biscuit if you're not timing it right. Because if you don't time it right, you end up with just like 16 hash rounds left, and then your biscuit flavor is completely gone. At McDonald's, because it's just like that little disc, it's one single hash brown. It's the perfect amount to accompany your food. So now, while it may not be the greatest Idaho potato in the world, it I feel like is the best amount of hash brown for your breakfast.
I love the psychology that Will brings to this.
Yep.
We're talking about how fast food chains are meant to be decided upon on a whim. And now we're talking about the psychology of potato to biscuit and how you intertwine all of these things. So many layers.
Well, the benefit that I see immediately is just the shape of it. Because that could actually go on the biscuit and evenly disperse itself.
Right. It becomes a
Pack
stackable
tater tots in there.
No, so I go to Tudor's for that. So Tudor's biscuit is that's a staple for them to put a hash brown on their biscuit. It's actually pretty normal.
What is this called?
Grease and I just perked up when we heard Tudor's.
It's Biscuit World.
Okay,
I
so
think
said
it's
T?
been like 2 months. TUDORS. It's like West Virginia, Ashland, Kentucky, and now in Lexington. I think.
You know what?
Biscuit World.
I do remember you sending us that, but the way that your lovely Kentucky voice says Tudors,
Hooters.
I was thinking it was TOOTERS,
Double O.
like Tudors.
Like Hooters with a T.
Yeah, and
Double
Grease
O.
and I both are like, I don't know that that's a breakfast joint.
You gotta understand, Will and Grease have little kids in the house. They hear toot, and they perk up a little bit.
Yeah. I just don't know if you'd want your restaurant to be called Tudors.
I mean,
They're just a bunch of Tudors up there.
if you drive by
Biscuit World.
them before, that's a mistake.
Is it delicious?
It's really good. And they have something that's seasonal, but they have a blackberry biscuit. Well, they have homemade blackberry jelly or jam or preserves or whatever. And they put biscuits on the tray and they just dump it on there. And then they put a homemade icing on top of that. And it's like,
I almost cursed.
oh, man.
Okay, so it's basically like a blackberry cinnamon roll with a biscuit.
Yeah. Good way to put it.
As soon as you said that, I realized I didn't get a bowberry. and I totally meant to get one.
What's a bowberry?
What? Who said that?
The dum dum.
You don't know what a blueberry biscuit is?
No, I haven't gone to Bojangles much.
That's your loss. You live in Spring Hill near it.
Goodness. A blueberry biscuit is a biscuit that they bake with blueberries inside of the biscuit dough, and then they put icing all over the top of it. It's like dessert.
Grease, the fact that you're not more well versed in Bojangles is really more of a testament to your character, not not the restaurant itself.
No.
I was filming something in Charlotte, North Carolina, at the convention center right there next to the NASCAR place.
That's
Already
awesome,
lost me.
Bojangles.
This story is already dumb.
And there's a Bojangles inside there. That's the most. I was there for 3 days. I had it 2 or 3 times for breakfast. That's the most that I've ever eaten Bojangles.
Right. And what did you
Okay.
do? Get the exact same thing each time? Like, how did you not see on the menu Bowberry and go, yes, in that greasy voice you do?
That is Bowberry. That does not sound like that is a run and gun situation type of food.
There's typically
Oh,
an
it is.
image. Oh, no, I see what you're saying because you were filming a wedding.
No, it was an event. I was filming an event, and I had to, I had to. It was go time.
You know, I'll tell you this, though,
It
Grease.
was go time, go time.
Grease, you've made poor decisions based on fast food before.
Well,
So that's what's not making sense. Like, something about this doesn't compute. Were you, like, who hurt you?
Are you trying to say you don't like Bojangles without saying you don't like Bojangles?
No, I like Bojangles. It showed up at the right time that I needed it to show up. I appreciate you, Bo.
So that sounds biblical to me.
Charlotte is where they're based out of. So you were at the capital of Bojangles. You better eat it.
Mm.
Well, I don't know about you all, but my next idea based on this is best 2 for $1 menu item because I've heard a lot of that. Like
That's smart.
happy meals and stuff like that. Dairy Queen has 2 sausage biscuits for $1. That's tough to beat.
We do need to plan ahead and do a hash brown off, which
Yeah,
is going
I agree.
to require an insulated bag. I feel like to go.
I
Yeah,
think it's going to require many stops. You're going to have to hit like 3 or 4 places.
That's like a Saturday where we ask permission from the wives, like, "Hey,
Yeah.
we're not going to explain what we're doing because
Hey,
you'll mock us. But
I'll be
it's going
gone
to take
for
a
half a
while."
day.
Yeah,
Well, I'll just go ahead and get us all in trouble now, and I'll say this. You made the point about fast food being an on the whim, like just make a decision as you go. Try doing that with your wife in the car with fast food and let me know how that goes. So they defeat the purpose of fast food by saying, I don't know, what do you want?
Well, I will say we had a surprise when we were down at the beach because we're a Taco Bell household. We like Taco Bell here, but it was on the other side of the street, like Grease said, and we needed to get our kids some food because we were pulling right out of the airport in Panama City. And there's a very accessible Burger King, and now I haven't had Burger King in a decade at this point. And my wife's like, "Hey, I know we normally go Taco Bell, but let's just go into the Burger King because it's accessible, convenient." We go in. We both had Whoppers, and I don't know if it was just this is a very quality Burger King, but it was a very pleasant surprise. We thoroughly enjoyed it, so much so that when we were in Birmingham a few months later, we saw Burger King. We're like, "Let's roll the dice. Let's go 2 for 2 on this." Went in. That was not the best Burger King.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
No
Quality
good-
control, not fantastic. But if you find a good one,
To Casey's point about driving with your wives and doing the whim thing, on my way here, so we came to Virginia for the week after Christmas. And I kid you not, around 11:30, it's an 8-hour drive. Around 11:30 in the morning, I started telling my wife, I was like, "Hey, start thinking about what you want." You guys ever, y'all ever do that?
Yeah.
Start thinking about what
Every
you want.
time. It doesn't work though.
And Dustin's been nervous since 8 a.m. that morning.
Yes.
He's like, I'm gonna wait till 11 so that she doesn't know that I'm super sensitive about this. I'm gonna wait until 11 a.m. As soon as that clock hits 11, then I'm gonna ask her this question.
Yeah, I kid
Dustin,
you
you've
not.
nervously pounded 6 cups of coffee. Are you okay?
I missed second breakfast, all right?
I kid you not. It was post 1 p.m. before we finally made a decision and pulled off the interstate. 2
And
hours.
settled, right?
And that'll make you stop, get a
100.
baseball bat out, and bash it in the front of your car.
She goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
I'm fine. My blood sugar's low, but I'm fine.
It happens every time. You pass up all the good options because you can't make a decision. You end up with like some podunk Fazoli's that hasn't been opened since the week before because they got shut down by the health department. And you eat breadsticks for lunch. It's bull crap.
She finally goes, "You know what? Jimmy John sounds good." I said, "Great, let's do Jimmy John's. I love it. Let's do it." She looks it up. She goes, "We just passed one about 5 miles." Don't kidding me. I can't make this up. Anyway.
Like I said, I just got us all in trouble. So
I think we need to come up with a rating system for our menu items.
Yeah.
And it's got to be something similar to like seek it out if it's convenient, or keep on driving. So let's go through our and we may need to refine it, but for today, I think that you should go get a chicken, egg, and cheese bagel. So it shouldn't be your regular, but I would say seek it out, go have it. I think it's really good.
Okay. I'll seek out the steak and gravy biscuit for. I drive 10 miles out of my way to get that at least.
All right.
It's that quality.
So I have an issue with one of my items. So the Chick-fil-A establishment near my house, it is literally a 50% probability, and I was hoping that they were not good this time. But they will char the bottom of those chicken minis, and it's just like a burnt brick on the bottom.
that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah,
I am super aware of that, Casey. But when I say that 50% of the time they're like old, stale, burnt, like it's just weird, and so I have to like rip the tops off in order to even enjoy it. But today they were cooked perfectly and they were fine. But it's about a 50% whatever. So I don't know what I rate that. I'm just gonna say it's convenient.
Well, what about your chicken and your spicy chicken and honey? That's what you got, right?
Oh, dude, that there's no. Yes, you go and buy that. You go and find it.
Well, can you remind him of what the rating system is?
If you've watched the podcast, he never knows.
It's either you seek it, you pass it, or it's convenient.
So
seek it, convenient. You drive past it.
Yeah. So mint chicken minis. They're convenient. They are. I mean, they're like pills. You can just pop them.
That's true.
Why we don't go live?
No, it's not like ibuprofen. I don't want to get into like recreational drug.
Here's our first edit of the day. Go on.
All right. The one that I've been most interested to hear from is Casey on this rating system. Let's hear it.
I mean, I'm not gonna kick it around. It wasn't like I would have told you I finished it, so it wasn't terrible. I just had to like push the onions to the side. Having known that, if I had got it with no onions, I would say convenient. I wouldn't go out of my way to get it. But I mean, if it's there and it's an option, I'm not going to pass it up. So I'd rather have that than a McDonald's hash brown.
I like the shade.
Great.
Already building the tension.
We are. We're getting ready for that hash brown episode. Oh, I love it.
I mean, it's not as good as like their apple pies mixed in their ice cream, but
no, can't beat that. Beating that.
Pulling at a wound, ripping off the skin.
We'll tell that story another episode because it's topical.
I mean, now that you have your bottle, you can tell the story.
Yeah. So Dustin, you went to go get a. I don't know.
Tell it now.
Yeah, why not? Who knows if we'll do another episode, Dustin? We need to fit it in.
Very, very valid statement. It's 26 minutes. I didn't want to keep people too long. Anyway, we're hanging out.
Yeah, Lord knows what my kids are doing at this point.
That's a true story. We're hanging out one night after one of our 12 Days of Christmas samples, and I think it's safe to say we all had a couple pours or something. I know Casey did because Casey turned back to his cabinet pulls out a bottle of 2020 Four Roses small batch limited edition and says, first person to go to McDonald's, get one of these McFlurries with an apple pie mixed into it called apple pie a la mode.
Yeah.
Which they didn't know what that meant. Anyway.
Casey made that up.
Yeah. He said, first person to do that, I'll sell this bottle to you at retail, which if you don't know much about it, if you don't follow the podcast, I don't know why you're watching this anyway, but it's a valuable bottle. It's a rare allocated release, you know? So I'm like, I don't get opportunities to get stuff like that. Just side note, giant asterisk here. I have, prior to that, and I think this is why Casey did it. Prior to that, I had not eaten, look at him, he knows he did it. I had not eaten anything, not even a Coke from McDonald's since October of 2015. And it's not a snotty choice. It's not I don't like McDonald's. I love McDonald's. I agree with Will. Probably best hash brown out there. But it does not like me. And I'll just leave it at that. At whatever it is at McDonald's, whatever they cook in does not like me. So I'm like, this is ice cream. It's harmless enough. I'll go get it. I get it. Long story short, I ate the thing. It tastes like cardboard and milk. It was disgusting, but I got the bottle. That's all that matters.
Did the ice cream agree with you other than the cardboard?
I'm going to be honest with you. It upset me. It upset the system more than I expected it to. It wasn't a total shutdown. We didn't have to pull the breakers or anything.
Oh,
but, there was enough there for me to be like, what was it? Oh, it's probably a la mode.
And that's why in Kentucky they call McDonald's Tudors.
Yeah, there it is. Full circle.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'll eat a McDonald's apple pie and a cup of black coffee pretty much any time. So
yeah, I agree with that, Casey. I'll hit those apple. I mean, if they ask me, would you like to add on an apple pie, 2 apple pies for $1?
yeah,
the answer is always yes.
I
Because
don't want to lose money.
no,
Yeah.
Austin does that too. They're like, you want an apple Danish? I'm like, well, I don't know why I wouldn't. You might as well throw it in the bag. So
yeah, I mean, if you're talking about food, the amount of food you get for 50 cents with that apple pie, I mean, that's the best value on the menu.
right.
So they were like, hey, just so you know, this is the best value on the menu. Would you like to? The answer is yes, you do.
As a matter of fact, we'll give you 2. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you spend the next 20 minutes at the office trying to give away that one apple pie that you don't want to eat.
They're
Nobody-
BOGO.
I think that's what Chick-fil-A is kind of missing is that like that sweet item to go with the rest of the breakfast. I don't know.
That was another idea I had earlier for another episode. Would have as a sweet breakfast menu item.
Fast food only, right? Because
fast food only. And fast food only. And you got to take Dunkin' Donuts out of that because that's not real donuts.
No, but if you take that honey and put it on that Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit,
that's exactly what Grease is going to do for the sweet episode too. What I did was I got a spicy chicken biscuit.
I've got it mapped out. I'm getting to the
that's the same voice you use for teas.
Charlotte Airport tomorrow at about 7:30, and I'm booking it for that Chick-fil-A before I get on that next plane.
You're going to be disappointed.
Kentucky game, and I'm going to ruin his morning after I eat that breakfast. So
you're going to be disappointed. They're going to be closed.
No, they're not. They were open last time I went through for Thanksgiving.
No, I'm talking about New Year's Day.
Are they really closed New Year's Day?
I think you're gonna have to check your specific location.
Yeah, you're gonna want to check that app.
I would think an airport's different, but I could be wrong. So.
They're closed on Sundays in airports.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
yeah.
I just don't want you to be disappointed, Casey. I want you to get it.
Oh, trust me, I've got a backup. I know that airport well. It's
now we're getting back into the psychology of planning fast food. Is it fast food if you're planning it out?
In the airport, a whole different ballgame, my friend.
This is true. There's a nice little place where I can get a bagel, cream cheese, and a little mimosa. Not trying to get energy on you all.
No, sometimes you got to get to the airport early so you can make sure you hit the right spots.
We all got to go to an airport for one episode. Just go to your closest airport. We're going to go to the airport food court.
Dallas. We're going to Dallas. We can make that happen.
Nashville's airport breakfast selection is terrible.
Yeah.
Not anymore though, because now they're doing all that expansion.
Really?
Well,
Yeah, there's a brand new terminal. There's like barista parlor in there now. And
What?
all sorts of other new options. Oh
What?
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've got
Hey-
it. I've got Atlanta near me, so that's like a freaking Mall of America food court.
That's different though, because it's like, is it on your route or
yeah, Dustin. If you want to take 6 hours to go to a different terminal and get something,
worth it.
sure,
First
you
of
can
all,
get
those-
whatever you want.
Those trams are very fast and efficient. So I will take a tram to a different terminal. Have taken a tram to a different terminal that my flight was leaving from just to get a food item.
When I was in high school,
I've done that in Atlanta for
when
sure.
I was in high school in Atlanta, I was
Taking out
coming
the
back
market.
from a summer camp that was in Colorado, and it was summer before my senior year of high school, so I was 17 years old. Flying back, got to Atlanta, and they made the old announcement of, "Hey, if anyone wants to sit back, we'll give you a $200 flight voucher, put you on the next flight, but it's like 7 hours from now." I'm 17 years old. I'm like, this guy right here, and I had a blast for 7 hours.
Yeah, you basically had a $200 gift card to an airport.
$200 in the airport. Yeah.
Oh man,
100%.
before we had kids, we would do that all the time.
So much fun.
Racked up some serious flying money. So,
Now, if you were to try to do that with children, you're a psychopath.
Right.
that's definitely the caveat for sure.
Yeah, we're totally cool with being miserable for another 8 hours.
There's already issues there flying with kids. There's already some sort of mental disconnection there.
Flying with kids during all the new restrictions and everything.
Yeah.
Done it twice. It's a bear.
Yeah, my kids travel very well, but you're right. The new restrictions definitely changed that.
My kids travel well. It's the flight attendant that's barking at a 3-year-old about her mask not being properly on.
Yeah,
That's what's stressful.
Yeah.
That's what's stressful.
Yeah, we're getting into it now. I agree. Wrapping this up.
Cheers, y'all.
All right. Yeah. Cheers. This was great.
You actually have to edit this now because this was like 40 minutes long.
Why would I have to edit it?
I just figured you would.
That's precious. You think Grease is going to spend more time on this than this?
Recreational, bro.
This right here, all the time it's getting. We'll be lucky if it gets posted.
Yeah.
Wow. You want to?
Hey, Casey had to put him on the spot to make this happen. I'm putting him on the spot to make it public.
Grease, wrap it up. I got to go. I hear death and destruction outside.
All right. Well, that's it. Connect with us. I think I don't remember what our social handles are. I think it's at Thru Crew, or is it at the Thru Crew? Can't remember. Y'all check them out.
Yeah.
And then
special shout out to Tease. I'm glad to be back with you. Enjoy this.
Yes.
You know what would be better about my about Casey's meal if it were on a biscuit?
It had biscuits in it.
I was just trying to be like, that's for tease.
Oh.
if you put the whole bowl right.
See, he's already going to give me hell because I mentioned a blueberry biscuit, not strawberries. So let's not give him any ammo.
Yeah. Why y'all talking about this food stuff?
I've got a free pass with him. I'm not going to throw that out there, but basically, Tease is going to leave me alone for the foreseeable future because I helped with Christmas a little bit. That's all I'm going to say.
There you go.
We need to have him on. We need to have him on one of these.
Yeah,
Yep.
we can do that.
Pop-Tart, let's do this. All right, peace out.